Hey y'all, I'm going to show you how to add a course to Aquila. So first you want to go to hindcc.catalog.instructure.com, and that will bring you to the main page. This is what teachers and community will see. This is the outward facing site where they will click and enroll. So what you want to do is go up here. If you're signed in, you'll see your name, and you want to go to the admin side. So once you get to the admin side, you will see a list of courses that are in your catalog. Now, some of them are visible, and you can see that here. And some of them, well, this one's visible through a link only, so we can send that through a link and people can sign up. Here, it's just visible in the catalog, and then anything that doesn't have anything next to it is not visible. So not all of these courses are actually showing in the outward-facing catalog. All right, so if we want to add a course, the first step is you add the course in Canvas. You actually build the course. And then we'll go here to find it. So I'm going to add the Summer Institute. All right, so at this point, you want to do a couple of things. If you do want this to immediately be available for enrollment, you'll click here to open for enrollment. If you want it to be visible to everyone, you can click this right here, which means that it will show in the catalog listing, or you can click right here where it's available via direct link only. So that would be for private sessions that are just with certain departments maybe, but you still want to collect the data. All right, so then you're going to choose a catalog, and this will just populate our logo to be at the bottom, so you want this to be CTL. Then if you have created a section, if you want a date to show up on the listing down here, I'll show you. Right here, you need to create a section and put a date on that section. Now, the Summer Institute, I don't actually need this to be something, and it's ongoing, so I don't necessarily need a date. But if I had put a section in there, it would show up here, and I would click whichever date it is that I want to populate at the bottom. Right here, the list order, that is going to get you, like right here, this would ideally be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would actually put the list order here. If you want to show up 8th, then you would do that. You do have to have a teaser in order to be able to save. You'll notice that this is still not lit up yet, so we can't save because there are a couple of other things we need to do. So one other thing you have to have that is required is a listing image. So we will find we'll just use CTL for now. All right, and you can move this around depending on where you want that to show up, so we'll leave it there. Okay, so you should see it. Okay, there it goes. And then you have to have something in this full description as well. So I'm going to put add later here, but I want to show you where you can find the code and how you can put the code in to populate what you want it to look like. So right now, I'll show you an example here on the reading series of what we have. So we have these boxes built in, and those are populating based on code on the back end of this. And all these images and all these lines are all specific HTML code. So the way that we're going to get that code is we're going to go to one of these that we know has the code. And I know that the reading series does. Now notice I have my tab open still here because I don't want to lose what I have already started over here. Okay, so the way that we're going to get the code is we're going to click on this little pencil, and we're going to copy the code, all of it, and then we'll come back over here and click on the pencil, and we will add our code. And then once we click on the pencil again, we should see it. Now, it's really, really important that when you edit this, you are very, very careful not to mess with any of the spacing on this, because that will mess up your code and your boxes will be out of whack. So just be sure you don't, it's really best if you don't copy the whole thing and erase, because then sometimes it will affect the spacing. So it's best if you just kind of backspace the whole thing, or replace it with the text that you want there. And so once you've done that, you can replace it with a hosted image. We do have a list of hosted images in some of our Aquila notes. Then you can save it. And I did not put a list order, so I'm going to show you where it automatically shows up. And it will be at the very bottom. We have a lot in our catalog right now, so it'll be on the load more pages, and it will show up probably very close to the bottom. Okay, so there it is. And notice because we chose CTL as our catalog listing, it's automatically populating the logo. And another thing is, since I did not have a date, it's going to automatically put the date that this course was built or that it started, which was April 30th. And so if I want to move this up in the list order, I need to figure out where I want it. So if I wanted it, let's say, as the second card here, I need to figure out Canvas Communication Tools. I need to figure out where that listing is and what number it's listed as. So let's go to Canvas Communication. All right, so Canvas Communication Tools is listed in order as 4. So ideally, if we list this as number 5, it should populate second in line. So let's see if it works. All right, so the reason that it's coming up 3rd is because we have Canvas Gradebook that is already, I would imagine, number 5. So you have to work a little bit with this, but there are ways to do it. So we could now put Canvas as number 6 and so on and so forth, and it would take a little while. But the reason we do this is so that when people are searching our catalog, they see the most recent ones or the ones that are most upcoming first. And that helps because we do not have a way to sort right now unless we go back and write it into our code, which can be done. We just need to get it done. So that's how you do it.